Hey guys, Trigger John coming at you with another Diablo 4 video. Alright, in this video, this is going to be a kind of a fairly quick one. I'm going to keep it simple stupid for you guys. We're going to talk about the #1 priority in Diablo 4, what it is, what you should be doing, how you should be going about it, and what makes the most sense to go ahead and start off right with your character, as well as ensure that you have good forward progression. Okay, so some of you may be wondering, John, what would it be that'd be one thing that makes a world of difference in your build on Diablo 4? It's pretty simple, renown. The reason why I say that is, yes, you have gear, you have modifiers, right? When you come over here and you look at your gear, let's see, we have all legendaries here. You can see, yes, I have all these additional stats, John. Why do I care about my renown? I get more stats from this gear than I ever will my renown. That is semi-true. But the reason why this is so important is if we go over here and we look at your renown currently, notice that you get 2 skill points and +1 potion for the first 3 completed. Now, you get 100 points per stronghold, you get 20 points per waypoint, and side quests give you a little bit, altars give you a little bit, side dungeons, area discovered in general, 5, right? So notice the math that's involved here. So if you get 5 per area discovered times 76, that's quite a bit. You go to get your waypoints, you get your strongholds. This is very quick and easy to get, and what this allows you to do is it allows you to stay a low level, get all your skill points that are help with extra modifiers, right? Like in my own build, I'm about to finish doing my skill point here and my next skill point, and this is one of those things where I didn't do this when I started my Diablo 4 account. I kind of left it until now, and I'm regretting it because my account would be so much stronger and I'd be doing so much more DPS if I had all of my skill points for one, because I don't have them all, because like you can see here, I'm missing a few. On top of that, by getting all, like, let's say your altars done, right? Because that's one of those common things to do. These give you modifiers to your stats as well. Yes, are they amazing stat modifiers? Well, not necessarily the most amazing. And unfortunately, you can't really see exactly what the stat modifier is, or at least not that I'm aware of right now. I would have thought it would be under here if you were going to be able to see it. I could be wrong. This could be stored some other location to say, hey, yeah, this is the modifiers you get from the areas. I'll keep looking. Maybe I just didn't look hard enough. Who knows? But it's just one of the situations where you do get impactful additional stats in each area for every altar that you find, right? So let's say you find all 33, then you get a cap of whatever the damage multiplier is in addition. Getting your skill points, though, this allows you to lay the fundamentals of your build. First and foremost, laying the fundamentals of your build is super impactful, because if you can't build your character right, let's say you go over here to the skill tree, and if you can't pick the right skills, use the right amount of points, you can lead to a lot of headache, right? Because you're not going to know why am I squishy? Why am I not doing the damage? Why is the DPS not there? Well, it all starts with what skills are you using? What's your synergy like? What's your gameplay like? Are you mashing the poison imbuement and making sure all of your skills are imbuable? Yes, no, maybe, who knows? Are you not doing that? Like, are you forgetting to do an imbuement and you're just like, oh, well, I picked, I don't know, chill or something like that because I heard it was OP. Okay. Well, did you grab an imbuement? No. Well, then maybe that's not going to help you. But the more points you get, the more modifiers you're going to get. Notice that we even grab exploit over here. This is a 3 points to get this. This isn't a basic skill. This is a passive skill. So getting those additional skills, right, like getting all of these additional skill points here, makes a world of difference, because you're literally looking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 additional skill points that you could be getting from these, right, on top of your levels. And this all together can be added up to make your build and use all these points to make it work for you. Now notice, you could refund all these, you can get them all back. Okay, so we get 56 points back here, but I don't want to do that. I don't necessarily need to do that, right? Because I have a level 50 character, and I'm gonna get the rest of them, and now I'll be able to go ahead and pick the ones I want for the additional skills. Notice I already have this one maxed out here, and I have some of these other ones maxed out. So this is extra 2 points will go a long way. Also, depending on your build and your gear, you may not have to use all your points in one area or location. You may be able to rely on a piece of gear to kind of give you a little boost for now. So that way you can then use those points, especially those additional points that you get before you say hit level 50. And you can use those points to go ahead and boost these other skills. By boosting these other skills, that brings them all up to par. So that way it makes your overall playing style feel better. That's at the end of the day the biggest thing. Diablo 4 is definitely a game made for the casual player, as well as it's very helpful and very good for your hardcore type players, right? They've done a good job of portraying that, of keeping that type of clientele in mind. And by the skill system, that's one of those same situations. I made a video before where I talked about I thought this was a missed opportunity by only having 2 different modifiers to the skill. I still think it kind of is, but overall in general, I think they nailed it with that, because for a lot of players that I'm hearing from are all brand new to Diablo 4, and this makes it kind of easier for them to step their toes in. Now, when you get to the Paragon system, that's going to get a little messy. However, highly recommend that you go ahead and the first thing that you do is get your renown. And the easiest way to get your renown, I don't know if I already said it once or not, is doing your strongholds. Grab a buddy, go do your strongholds. And the reason why I say that is because you're going to see here, I've done every stronghold now. And that also means I've also gotten all the waypoints as well, because there are several strongholds you have to beat that then turn into waypoints. And trust me, it's very helpful to have them, especially when you want to navigate to certain areas at a certain time. Notice that, like, I haven't even been over this area, but I did the stronghold, right? So I have the waypoint. And it's just one of those situations where it makes a big difference trying to move around, especially when you go to do side quests, you do everything else. And by doing that, and by doing those strongholds and, well, side quests, hopefully, it's going to give you more renown. This is the quickest, the fastest one right here at 100 points. The next one is going to be waypoints, because these are super simple, especially if you party up with someone, you have them teleport to the waypoint. You go ahead and use your, you teleport back, pick their portal, you go get all your waypoints. That's a quick and easy, in this case 160 points for dry steeps, as well as just hopping on your horse and running around. That's an additional 200 and some odd points from this just for running around the map. Now, if you compile that with some side quests, with some side dungeons, go altar Lilith hunting for other passive skills and modifiers, definitely worthwhile. I would highly recommend it as well. These all pair together to give you your renown, and your renown is going to make a massive difference and increase the amount of damage you're going to outdo, for one. It's going to make the scaling process of open world farming a lot better, or dungeon farming, or whatever farming you're going to do, because honestly, everything in this game scales up to level 95, I believe, is when it stops scaling, and you feel it. You legitimately get weaker as you level unless you're staying on top of it. And that's why I'm saying this is the #1 key thing to be doing in Diablo 4 to make sure that you survive and really grow your character, your strengths, enjoy the game, and not necessarily struggle as much, because these additional skill points are going to be night and day different. Not to mention having extra potion capacity. Notice that this is 5 additional potions, right? This means you start off with a base of 4, so I have 9 potions now. This is really helpful, especially if you are, I say, a starting Diablo 4 player. If you're not already a veteran like myself, this could be really helpful, right? It's just simple things. And yes, I do understand that these aren't necessarily everyone's first world problem. Like, oh, well, this is just common sense, John. Well, for some people, it's not. And this is where I want to help you guys to understand how to do this a little bit better, why it's important, how it's going to impact your account. Because if you don't get these extra skill points, if you don't get these additional potions, you can still play the game. You can totally still play the game. It's not going to break anything. However, what it is going to do is it's going to make yourself harder. There aren't a whole lot of time invested trying to get these done. Okay, it's fairly quick and easy and simple, just to go around, do a couple strongholds, run around, get these done. Especially, I definitely recommend go ahead and just rushing the campaign through campaign 4 to get your horse, and then go do all these. And that way you get all the skill points, all the modifiers. It's going to make the rest of the campaign easier. It's going to make the end game a lot easier. I can kind of testify that because I'm getting to that point myself, and I can definitely tell you I want my additional 2 skill points here. Right? I want both these skill points here. It's going to make a difference in my build, and it's going to help me in the long run. But that's gonna be my biggest piece of advice in the game, is focus on your renown, get at least the first 3 out of the 5 listed there. And that's once again hitting tab. If you hit W, it'll pull up the region progress, and then you can go ahead and see all the other unlocks here, or all the other skills. Definitely focus on them all, get them all done. Yes, it's great to get max obols, it's great to get Paragon points. Also, don't be gambling your obols away. Buy keys. I'll make a video later explaining exactly why I do this. Once I get some more obols myself, I'll go ahead and buy more keys, because I just used the last of mine, and we'll show you why. But overall, in general, make sure you get this to the level 3 here. And honestly, I really hope that Blizzard watches some of these videos and goes, okay, obviously everyone knows this is impactful and notices the trend of a lot of people aren't trying to get all the way here to the end. So hopefully when seasons come out, this doesn't fully reset every single time. I really hope this is a one and done situation where I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see what Blizzard does, but this is going to be a tedious thing if we have to do this every single season, every time. All right, that's going to do it for this video. I hope this helped you a little bit, and I hope that you take my my advice and use it. Right? It should make it a little easier for you. Definitely help you feel a little stronger, anyways. And at the end of the day, as long as you have fun, that's all that matters. All right, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.